and welcome to this video where we'll be covering some of the key things to think about when you build a website. If you're a new starting social enterprise, then getting a business up and running means getting your website is one of your main priorities. We'll be covering how to choose a platform, how your website can be organized, cornerstone page any website should have, and how to use links and image metadata effectively. First thing you need to do is choose a platform for your website, and specifically whether you'll want to set up an e-commerce platform, which is basically just an online store, or whether you want to build a full website that showcases your business and also has a store where you can sell things online. E-commerce platforms can be more complicated to use and more expensive than other website platforms. So we'll talk about other platforms first. Many hosting companies now have user-friendly site builders as part of their package. They are fairly easy to use because you don't need to know any code to put the site together. You just need to be able to choose the right template and drag and drop elements. The easiest ones out there are Wix and Weebly. These are easy because you can visually make changes. Squarespace is similar, but a little bit more expensive. WordPress is my favorite. It's got a million different options and has a very large community behind it. If you have very specific needs or building your website gets daunting, you may want to think about hiring a web developer to help you. All of these websites have e-commerce features. You can include an online shop in any of them. They let you add and configure pages to sell your products and services on, but you may have to pay more depending on what you want to build. Other than this, there are a number of platforms that specialize in e-commerce. The top one is Shopify. This is closely followed by Xero and BigCommerce, and Etsy for anyone crafty and creative. So there's a lot of options for you to choose from. Even Instagram also has an e-commerce platform built in. It's good if you've got a following and post a lot of social content. Then you can sell on Instagram without having to send your audience to a website and risk losing them along the way. When you're developing a website, the best thing you can do is take a look at what other businesses are doing. Take lots of screenshots and record what bits you like. Try it out. Go to your 3 favorite social enterprise or small business websites. Are they using an all-purpose or e-commerce platform? Do their choices work for them? Now that we've touched on how to build your website, it's worth going through your site navigation and consider how you might want your website to look using a tree diagram. This is really helpful because when we look at an ancestry tree, we tend to start with the top and then we work our way down, and this provides us with a clear idea of key priorities. So for your website, you could have a homepage. That's the top of your tree, and then when we come to the next level, we would have about, contact, a blog post, a shop. What we want to do is make sure that we stay there and avoid going another level deep. We don't want to go beyond the 2 levels deep within your navigation system. So all those other pages should be just one link away from the homepage. So really your tree structure is rather flat, more like a bush. The reason for this is that if a user does come to your website, they want to be able to navigate through it. Then having to drop down isn't very user-friendly. People might get lost trying to find what they're looking for. They might even give up and leave the site. So let's talk about cornerstones. Cornerstones is a word that tries to describe the key pillars which scaffold your website. There can be as many as you want and can include pages, blogs, and any other media on your website. If we were to reduce your website down to these core pages, then we could get the essence of your website. The cornerstones should show a series of pages that really indicate who you are and what you do. It would be really obvious what your brand is and what you stand for. Examples of cornerstones could be about us, a key service, or your social enterprise goals. With these cornerstone pages, Google can prioritize which pages are the most directly related to your brand. So once we have the structure of your website with your tree diagram, we could start to build your website. When you do build your website, you probably don't fully realize it, but your title of the page is really important. People search using keywords. Those keywords need to be on your title and in the link title. If it's hidden within a different folder, then your link structure will show that. So your link structure should show your domainname.com/about, and that's it. If it's got another bit of content, then it would be .com/blog/name of the blog post. So the title of the page should be the link name. I've often seen lots of websites where you get different bits of code injected in, and that's not really helpful. And it doesn't really give a professional, clean feel to your website. You also need to consider that you need to market your business and brand. So what you need to do is create links that are very simple and make sense. Think of it like this. When you share a link verbally, you should be able to say, go to my website, /blog, /whatever the title's called. You've also got to consider other people might get that link and want to copy and paste it. If they forgot what the link is, it might be easy for them to remember, provided they can remember your domain name. The final thing I really wanted to mention was images. It's often forgotten, so it's really important to keep on top of metadata. Try your best to give all images relevant names and descriptions. Metadata is the alternative text hidden behind images. Google uses this metadata to build a clear idea not only of those pictures but of your website and what it's about. That means it's important that you include clear descriptions of your pictures in the metadata. The great news is you can reuse your metadata descriptions of the images as alt text descriptions, which will help blind people and partially sighted people use your website. Thanks for watching this video. By now, you should understand how to choose the right web platform for your business, how your website can be organized, what cornerstone pages you should have, and how to use links and metadata in a way that makes sense. In the next video, we'll tell you more about how to build a great homepage.